Bulls Nation, more news coming out from the Chicago Bulls by the day, and it's very interesting the type of news that we're receiving. Now, at the end of the day, as I said before, we're going to be receiving news nearly every day for the Chicago Bulls as time nears down towards the future of our team, who we're going to be acquiring, who we're going to be letting go, and whatnot. And news about that has been discussed today. So without further ado, let's talk about the Chicago Bulls, and let's talk about some of the news in this video. Let's do it. What's going on, everybody? It's the Aidan Sports Show, and welcome back to another video. Today we've got a Chicago Bulls related video, and this one is referring to some of the Chicago Bulls news that could potentially be happening for us in the future. At the end of the day, we still have a long way to go, but it is very close now. Well, we still have a long way to go to the season, and we get to see how good our team can be. But we're going to be deciding the future of this team very, very soon. It's going to be interesting to see who comes in and who leaves, and we already know who we like and who we don't like, and that's probably the best thing about the news that we're receiving today. But before we get started, please like and subscribe to the Aidan Sports Show YouTube channel. Turn notifications on and let me know in the comments below your thoughts about some of the news that will be talked about today. There is a few things to discuss, and we're going to start off with some of the official news from the Chicago Bulls. It has been talked about and has been official now that the Chicago Bulls have extended the qualifying offer of Lauri Markkanen. Now, basically what this means that it is official now. Lauri Markkanen is a restricted free agent from the Chicago Bulls. And that basically means any team that offers Lauri Markkanen a contract, we have the option to match and keep him into this team, and potential sign-in trades can now become official if we want to sign and trade Lauri Markkanen. Big things there, very exciting stuff. We're going to see the future of Lauri Markkanen now. We don't really know what the case is. It's gone very quiet, but according to a lot of people, there are very interested teams in Lauri Markkanen, and he could be making some serious money going forward. So if that's the case, we'll see what happens with Lauri Markkanen. I would say keeping him is not out of the question, in my opinion. I don't see the Chicago Bulls completely saying no to Lauri Markkanen, but it is seeming more likely by the day that Lauri Markkanen won't be a Chicago Bull. So at the end of the day, it's going to be interesting to see who he goes to, who's interested, and if the Chicago Bulls are willing to let him go or not. And again, Lauri Markkanen has been on this team for 4 years. A lot of people have grown a connection to Lauri Markkanen. A lot of people have lost faith in Lauri Markkanen. So many people will be divided on this. But at the end of the day, whatever happens is going to be what's best for Lauri Markkanen. So best wishes, whatever happens to him. And extending the qualifying offer basically means he's not going to be an unrestricted free agent. If we didn't extend the qualifying offer, then he could decline it in a few days if we never did it. And because of that, he could have become an unrestricted free agent. We just made sure we protected our asset, and we made sure that we could at least have the option to keep Lauri Markkanen without him really having a choice if we want to keep him or not. Interesting thing there. More news about the Chicago Bulls is that Tomas Satoransky is potentially going to be up for a waive. At the end of the day, a lot of reports are saying the only way for the Chicago Bulls to get Lonzo Ball, who is our top priority, and I think we all know that by now, is to waive either Thaddeus Young or Tomas Satoransky, and it feels like the Chicago Bulls could potentially waive Tomas Satoransky. And I'm very upset in terms of why we can't trade for Tomas Satoransky. I don't know if there's a reason why if we trade him, we don't get Lonzo or something like that. Maybe the trade packages that we're getting just isn't what we need. Again, I feel like for Satoransky, we could get a pick out of it and that would be okay. But at the end of the day, maybe the money is too much for Satoransky for other teams to get. And also maybe Satoransky, people don't see him worth a pick. I don't really know the situation, but it looks like Satoransky could potentially be waived in a few days. We're going to have to wait and see on this. I'm not going to go in and say what I think, because at the end of the day, waiving a player is a very big thing to do. And I don't really know if Satoransky will get waived or not. But at the end of the day, that has been reported, and we'll see what happens with Tomas Satoransky down the line. If he does get waived, I know there will be a few teams that are trying to compete for a championship that may be interested, because he's not a bad player whatsoever. I just feel like he's not really fitting our team at the moment, and we can get a little bit of an upgrade in that area, starting wise, and maybe even off the bench. We'll wait and see. More news about the Chicago Bulls. There seems to be mutual interest in Lonzo Ball and the Chicago Bulls. We all know this by now, but it's good to see that Lonzo Ball is interested in joining our team. And the talks are it could be a potential 4-year deal, which is, again, long-term. This is exactly what I want from the Chicago Bulls, and hopefully this becomes a reality and we can have him for 4 years. We can have him for the long term, and we can see if he can progress even further in his career. He's taken a leap forward every single year, and the more that happens with Lonzo Ball, the more the Bulls are put into discussion with Lonzo Ball, in my opinion, the better it is, because it does really feel like Lonzo Ball is going to be the odds-on favorite to come to Chicago, and that's exactly the type of player that I feel like we need. And finally, and I haven't really said too much about this because it's been reported before, there is more news about Derrick Rose potentially being a Chicago Bull. It seems like the Chicago Bulls are very interested in Derrick Rose and potentially could be a player we get if we don't get Lonzo Ball, or maybe even a player that we do get with Lonzo Ball added to this team. With Derrick Rose, I've said everything I need to say about him. I would absolutely love Derrick Rose, and I don't feel the need to really discuss this any longer. It's getting to the point where we'll decide with Derrick Rose. The Knicks will decide with Derrick Rose. Whatever happens will happen. And if he does come, as you know, as I know, we'll all be excited about Derrick Rose coming to the team, because we all know what the type of player that he is, and of course what he means to Chicago and homegrown talent. Chicago-made players is just lovely to have on your teams at the end of the day. And again, I truly know what that means. So I'm very excited to see what will happen with Derrick Rose. But again, I still feel like the Knicks are going to be the ones to sign him. And if the Knicks don't sign him and he comes to Chicago, I'll welcome him with open arms, like I do with pretty much every player that we have. And that's about it in terms of the news, ladies and gentlemen. I tried to make this one a quicker one because I know news, and a lot of the news is repetitiveness. And again, you're going to get that from time to time. Not all news is the same. Not all news is different. That's just how it is. Sometimes the news is repeating itself, because if Lonzo Ball is interested in Chicago, Chicago's interested in Lonzo Ball, that is going to keep progressing throughout the time. And again, the progression was the 4-year part of the deal. That could potentially be very interesting. That's good to see. Obviously, it is what it is. It's pretty much the same old news, isn't it? But again, with just new people saying it. So yeah, I'm excited to see what will happen. The Chicago Bulls and Lauri Markkanen will be a very interesting thing. I can't wait to see what we do with that. If we're going to keep Lauri Markkanen, or maybe we trade him away, or we just let him go. Again, I guess it depends on the big contract that he's going to be getting, and I think he will get a big contract at this point. If multiple teams are interested, it could be a bidding war. So very interesting. And we're going to leave it here, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe if you're new. Short video here, but again, some people like the shorter videos. It makes sense to make them shorter, especially if the news is more of the same. So we're gonna have to wait and see how this goes. Few days left. We're gonna know everything about what our team is gonna be. It is exciting. This is an exciting time. Enjoy this moment. Enjoy the feeling of not knowing what we could do, but the potential of the excitement that we can have with some players coming into this team. You never know. The Chicago Bulls work in silence. They're a team that at the end of the day, many teams can report about. Many teams will feel like, or many people will feel like they know the Chicago Bulls, but we work in silence. We don't reveal our secrets. We don't reveal what we have in store. And at the end of the day, that is a great thing to have, because they can surprise us. They surprised us with Vucevic. They can surprise us in free agency, and they can surprise us going forward in trades. Very interesting, and never sleep on the Chicago Bulls. We can do anything if we put our minds to it. And with the front office that we have right now, everything does look possible in my eyes. Unlikely, some of them, but possible, definitely. We'll wait and see what happens. Have a wonderful and safe day, Bulls Nation. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay tuned for more. Take care.